How you doing today?
Good.
My name's Andrew.
Rob.
Nice to meet you. Have a seat. Have a seat. Okay. Before we get too involved in anything, I want to go over the confidentiality statement, which basically means that if you're going to hurt yourself or someone else, then I'm going to have to let somebody know. Other than that, everything else stays in this room. You have any questions about that?
Nope.
If you could just sign that for me. So what brings you in today?
Well,
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Just leave it there.
my kid went to the nurse's office and they had some bruises on him, and they tried telling me that I beat him. So they told me I'd come in.
Okay. Were the bruises from you?
Yeah.
Okay. How old is your child?
4.
And what exactly happened?
Well, he was acting up, so he got a whooping.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is your child was acting up and you disciplined him. How did you discipline?
I whooped him.
With your hand?
My hand.
Your hand. Okay. How hard do you think that you hit him?
Not hard enough, because he did it again.
Okay. So you use your hand to discipline your kids, and you feel like you didn't hit them hard enough?
Yep.
Okay. Now, did the school do anything when they found the bruises on your child?
They called social services, and they had to talk to me.
How did that make you feel?
My kids, what the hell are they doing in my business?
Mm-hmm. So when you talked to social services, what did they say?
They said that it was signs of abuse, and I don't know, a bunch of stuff.
Did they take your kids from you, or your child?
That's why I had to come here, so that they don't.
And how do you feel? Do you want your child back?
Yeah, my kids,
Mm-hmm. And do you love your children?
very much.
So let me ask you, do you think maybe we could go over some techniques to where maybe we can find a different way to discipline your children?
I don't see why. I mean, I was brought up getting whooped.
Okay. And how did that make you feel when your parents disciplined you?
I learned from it.
Did they leave marks as well?
Yeah.
So maybe we can find some different techniques, though, to try to find a different way to discipline your children so you're not leaving marks. I mean, do you believe that it's abusive, that it's abuse if you're leaving marks on your children?
No.
So, okay. Well, tell me more about your parents and how they discipline.
My dad used to beat the crap out of me.
With his hand, or
Anything he could get a hold of.
so you feel like it's okay to discipline your child in the same manner?
I ain't as rough as he was.
Well, that's good. That's really good that you're able to soften your discipline than what you had. You know, that takes a lot of effort on your part. So, do you think maybe we can try to soften it a little bit more? I mean, obviously you feel like you're doing less than what your parents did. So, do you think maybe we can find a way to try to use different techniques to punish your children now?
I guess.
Would you be open for that, something like that?
Anything to keep him from taking my kid.
Well, it's good to see that you really love your children, and we're going to try to focus on that. And I'm definitely willing to help you try to get your children back. Okay. Let me ask you, what kind of job do you do?
I stack stone.
You stack stones. So you're a laborer.
Yes.
Okay. And what about a spouse? Do you have any other family support?
No, my wife died.
I'm sorry to hear that. So how long have you been on your own?
About 3 years.
For 3 years. So you got your son when he was 1,
Yes.
and you've had him ever since.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a lot to handle for one person, to work and have a spouse die. To be honest with you, you know, the fact that you're even here and making an attempt is a really good sign. What things do you think that we can focus on to maybe try to curb and try different parenting techniques? Do you think there's anything that you would be open to?
I don't know. I pretty much only know one way.
And do you feel that that is the right way?
I think so.
Okay. Well, what we can do is, would you be? Let me ask you this before we go any further. Would you be willing to come in again for a second session?
Yeah.
Okay. And with your children being taken away at this point, how does that make you feel? As far as, I mean, how do you feel?
Want my kid.
But just to get this out of the way, it doesn't make you want to harm yourself or others at this point.
No.
You're not. Okay, that's good. That's a really good sign. What we can do is, you know, everything that you did, that you told me today, you know, is a big step. Is a very big step, and I appreciate you coming in and sharing this information with me. I know it's, you know, your first time here. What we can do is we can focus on a plan. We'll try some different parenting techniques that you would be open to, okay, for the next time you come in. You know, the fact that your parents abused you and you were able to overcome that and overcome all the stress that you're under is a really good thing. So let's try to focus more on that, and I would love for you to come in again and try to help you out as far as getting your kid back.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, so we'll set up a time to meet again, and would 3 days be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll meet in 3 days, and we'll try to go over. I'll do a little bit of research and see what we can come up with. Okay?
All right.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, and we'll see you in a couple days.
All right.